How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Meet the Rivals. That's right, another installation of this amazing series. Today, let's learn about Daxu from Team Fury. That's right, the duelist out here in Pacific OCE. How you doing, Daxu?
Not too bad, not too bad yourself.
I'm good, man. All right, let's get into it. Let's let the people know, how did your esports journey begin and how did you end up on Team Fury?
So originally I grew up playing sports all my life. I was actually on the national team for a little sport called floorball, not very known. I snapped my knee, and ever since I snapped my knee in half, I just had nothing to like scratch my competitive itch. And then maybe 6 months later, Marvel Rivals came out. I just put all my time into it because there was nothing else I could do. And yeah, here we are now. I'm playing Ignite, and it's just everything I could dream of.
Okay, respect. How about outside of competition, what is your profession?
I'm currently studying. I'm doing commerce at Curtin University.
Now, Daxu, what about from Marvel? What's your favorite thing you've watched?
My favorite is the old school Spider-Mans, like especially the Andrew Garfield iteration. I love that. I don't know how many times I've watched that on repeat, just like all three of them in a row. I've only like recently started watching MCU, but probably Age of Ultron. It's one of my favorites. I watched it recently, actually.
Now, in Marvel Rivals, what is your favorite hero to play?
Our favorite to play has to be Psylocke. Since day one, I've mained her. You know, she's had some rough times, but she's starting to come back into meta. I've already played her a little bit this Ignite, but I'm hoping next Ignite she's the meta because that means I get to play my favorite character just on repeat.
Now, you might not like me for this, but what is your least favorite hero to play against?
Either Daredevil, Black Cat, or the new dinosaur. They counter the way I play. I like to take off angles and they just eliminate every way I can play. And it's really annoying.
Now, what hero do you wish you were good at that you don't play?
Funny enough, Black Cat and DD. I mean, I've kind of played Black Cat, but DD I just can't play for the life of me, and he looks so fun to play. But no matter what I do, no matter how many hours I put into him, I just can't get good at him.
What Marvel character would you like to see added to Marvel Rivals?
I've seen a lot online. A lot of people saying Ghost Rider, and I have to agree. That character would be so cool on the bike. Like the ultimate, just being him hopping on the bike and just like going through teams, like leaving a fire trail. That'd be amazing.
Put Ghost Rider on the dinosaur and then he becomes a skeleton. Oh,
yes.
What's a new team up you'd like to see added to the game?
Honestly, I would want to bring them back. The Hela team up, honestly. I couldn't think of a new one, but I want the Hela team up back. Hela, Loki, and Thor team up, like that's all I could ask for. On the spot, I have no idea.
What hero would you nerf to bottom tier?
To bottom tier, Daredevil. Instantly. Not even a question.
Fair enough. Now, what hero would you buff to top tier?
Psylocke and Black Panther. Bring Black Panther meta back.
Oh.
Not much, but we had it a little bit in the first Ignite. But since then, he's just gotten worse and worse. And everyone else has gotten better and better. He's just been like, what's the opposite of power crept? He's just been...
Forgotten.
Yeah,
Speaking of power creep, how do you feel about the newest hero, Devil Dinosaur?
Honestly, I just can't get around him. It just feels like he just needs to be like less of everything. He just doesn't die. And he just stands there in the like choke. You have to deal with him. He has to be your first priority or like your team's just going to die to him because he also does insane amount of damage while having the most health in the game.
What are your predictions for what role Cyclops might be?
I'm going to be biased. I'm praying he's a hit scan. Honestly, I think he can only be a hit scan. I've seen a lot online about him being support or tank, but realistically, the way he is in MCU, he should be a hit scan.
How do you feel about the current meta as a whole?
The current meta as a whole, I do like it. It's very fast. There's many different ways you can play, depending on bans, of course. Like you can play into Dino, where you're playing more of a brawl comp, or you can play Black Cat, where you're playing full dive. It's a really good state. There's so much different comps we can play. It feels really fresh.
Now, hypothetical scenarios here. If you could compete in any other region besides your current region, where would it be?
Probably EU. You've got VP, Na'Vi. Like I'd love to compete against those guys in the regional qualifiers.
If you had to swap teams with another player for one entire stage, any region, who would that player be?
As I was saying, I'd go Sparker. They just have such understanding compared to everyone else. It's insane.
Now, who in Ignite is your rival?
It'd be Kangaroo and Chiefs. More Chiefs. We have the Orgs. The Orgs been going at it a bit on Twitter, but it'd be Chiefs.
Who's the specific player?
Me and Reno. Me and him are just going at it always in the game chat. All love.
What city would you like to see host a Marvel Rivals LAN event?
Either my home city, Perth. We have Optus Stadium. It's brand new and it's beautiful. Or Melbourne's Marvel Stadium, just because Marvel. But bring it to Australia.
Final question of the evening. Why do you want this? Why do you compete in Marvel Rivals Ignite?
Because I love the game. It's amazing. Like, I just love hero shooters, and the characters in this game are amazing. And also, playing in Ignite gives me that competitive itch. It gives me that nerves before a game. The worrying of losing is something that I can never get outside of games or sport. And this has been able to give me my competitive itch that I've always loved back to me after injuring myself. That's why I compete. Shout out my boys at Fury, working hard to make sure we do good. Shout out Reno. He's come a long way. I met him when he was just a Jeff one trick, and now he's an absolute demon. So shout out to Reno. That's all I got to say.
There you have it, everybody. A beautiful, amazing, inspiring interview with Daxu. Again, you've officially met another rival. Have a good night.